Greetings, fellow conquerors. This is darkfireslide, and welcome back to EU4, where we should probably have been blockading Rome, shouldn't we? Oops. Just lost 15,000 men in a battle against the Bohemians, who put up a bigger fight than I thought they were. Perhaps because of their general, perhaps because of better rolls. You never know with the AI. I have yet to catch sight of the Papal Army, although I guess we just found it. Interesting. At any rate, we're about to reinforce our primary army with some artillery. This ought to really increase our damage when fighting against the Bohemians. Alright, we've won the Siege of Rome. We've sunken the Papal Navy. And now begins the hard part. We've got to go fight the Bohemians, as it were. Although, now that the Papal State is basically on the verge of capitulation, we should be in a fairly safe position to begin both besieging their lands and destroying them. Now, unfortunately, we have some Ottoman separatists that just fired, probably because of our war exhaustion, if I had to guess, mixed with their constant separatism. Alright, we've sunken the Papal Navy. We've even captured a ship. Nice. Let's repair the ships. We've lost the Siege of Avignon against the Papal State. Ottoman separatists are running rampant. But we've got a massive army, which is basically all you need. Alright, we could tech up our Diplotech again. I'm going to wait because we're probably going to take some provinces. We're going to need some Diplo points to do that. And plus, reducing our war exhaustion may be something we're interested in. Alright, we're going to go dogpile. We're going to take some attrition in the mountains of Austria. It was bound to happen. Looks like there is an impassable Alps province right here. And right here as well. How nice. As the Bohemian army flees at the side of or at the sound of our approach. As we continue to take more attrition. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Now, interestingly, this is the patch where Arumba's AI patch has come into play as well. The mod he made to improve the AI. Let's see, if we take all the artillery in this army, we can move them to this province. We can start converting Ragusa. Alright, we've reached the walls in Prague. It looks like we are going to have a pretty decisive victory in this war. The Austrian army, nowhere to be found, of course. We could become Defender of the Orthodox Faith. Not really interested in that title. Never really am. Never want to pick it up. People are like, oh, you can get, like, bonus morale of armies, like 5%. And I'm like, okay, first of all, it's 5%. Second of all, I have to answer a call to arms to anyone who attacks someone who's Orthodox. Which isn't many people, granted, but still. Not really something I'm interested in. Apparently the Papal State was building a spy network on us. Go figure. Alsace offers us 500 ducats and war reps. Alright, yeah, sure, get out of the war. Go away. This seems as good a time as any to start building some manpower buildings in provinces where they'd actually be useful. Like Athens here would be a good one, just because of the the fact that it's a grassland, and one in Tarnovo wouldn't hurt either. We'll build one in Adrianople as well. Although we could get 2,000 from Silistria, so we'll go ahead and improve build some training fields in those provinces. All right, we've won the Siege of Prague. Getting decently close to winning this siege here. in Chib. Do we want 100% war score here? That's the hard question, I guess. Though the Bohemians are now at 0% on Austria's capital. Let's go fight them. I'm gonna get this 15 stack nearby. Get a numerical advantage. Oh, great. The Ottomans are actually winning sieges. Wonderful. Alright. So, we're going to be here on the 1st of May, which... Alright. The Bohemians do have a slight discipline advantage on us because they're Protestant. They took the 2.5% that you get, which kind of sucks, but... we are taking significantly more casualties in every phase. They also picked up Tech 16 very quickly, actually, which surprises me, but I assume we're still going to win this battle. Yeah, great. We're now manpower. We're very close to running out of manpower, which is a problem. Question is whether or not we can get some of these people out of the war, like Bohemia, for example, who would accept a white peace, but we're going to take money in war reps as much as they will allow us to. Okay, there we go. Get Bohemia out of the war. Now the real question is, how much of this land can we take without getting a coalition? Because obviously, if we took Rome, first of all, we need more war score to do it. We have a coalition of the Papal State, Venice, Genoa, Milan, Savoy, Siena, Spain, Modena, Florence, Bosnia, and Salzburg. Not all of them. That's a surprisingly smaller coalition than I was expecting. In all honesty. Now we could just go to Umbria. They would accept. We'd get a ton of land out of this, though it is a lot of aggressive expansion. We don't know the next time we're going to fight a war with these guys. And honestly, I'm not scared of that coalition. Dokadir, Mamluks, Venice, Papal State, Genoa, whatever. It's okay. Which puts us at 56 war score, and then we'll just take the rest of the money as it is. And I think we could get war reps out of them as well. Well, maybe not, because we go too much over our war score limit. Okay, yeah, that looks good to me. Let's go ahead. And our conquest continues. Unfortunately, we now have some separatists to deal with. These Ottomans. Alright, let's look at turning this area here into a region. Alright, so these 4 provinces? No. This is Emilia-Romagna. That would be the province we're looking for. Although Mantua is a really big province. In fact, we would probably make money off it alone if we turned it into a state. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and full core it as well. Alright, we will go ahead and pick up Diplotech 15 now. Good stuff. We are still taking attrition, unfortunately. It kind of sucks. But, what can you do? Apart from, you know, rearrange your armies in a way that actually makes sense. It looks like our Hungarian allies are going to kill our separatists, or attempt to. Well, the Hungarian morale is currently down at 3.3. That is really sad. They might not have been at full maintenance, admittedly. Alright, Theodoro. It was fun. I would have liked to have gotten your dynasty, but we need Diplo slots. We need them now. Shia, Georgia. Yeah, it's a thing. Alright, France is requesting that you come to their aid in the French reconquest of Anjou against Provence, Great Britain, Great Britain's colonies, Switzerland, and Venice. Whew, I would rather not accept, but France is going to be a powerful ally for us that we're definitely going to want to keep, so Alright, how can we better redistribute this army? Basically, we just need to get a bunch of infantry out of it, right? So if we take out 10, it puts us down to 51, which is still just a little bit too much. Let's, yeah, let's go ahead and get, like 17k out of there. There we go. And then, where is the fleet? There it is. It's always the question, you know, the game show on my channel. Where is that fleet? We do have a tech advantage over the Venetians. This is good, as you might imagine. We're going to build more manpower buildings as well, because we are just running out, and this is the time where I'm like, man, I wish I'd taken quantity ideas right about now. Alas, alack. The one in Constantinople. You know, it's a too little too late kind of thing building these, but in the future, this is going to be a great long-term investment for our overall manpower. Even though we are currently at about 100k maximum, we are getting about 750 back a month. We're getting almost a regiment back per month in troops, which is kind of insane. But we're going to bide our time, let France fight this war on his own. I think he's got it, if we're being honest, but hard to tell with the AI. Alright, we'll split this army in half and do some sieging. I hate to be a lame duck in wars, you know. Hate to do absolutely nothing. Alright, we've won back Galatia. Byzantine Crimea, still a thing. Good, good. Let's get our troops into Constantinople. And we'll let Serbia siege down Treviso. Global trade has started. Now, where are the centers of global trade is the real question. This map mode sucks, by the way. The institutions map mode. It's just so bad. Alright, global trade. Alright, we converted the heretics of Ragusa. So, has global trade started in any province, or is it just going to grow slowly over time? Alright, we're getting like 3% in Constantinople a month. I can live with that. We're probably actually going to be able to get this institution on time this time around. Alright, looks like the Serbians are being attacked. We're going to try to reinforce. Ooh, get in there. Woo! Big battles. Good stuff. Alright. Did lose some troops, but hey, we are making a good amount of manpower back every month. Almost 700, well, 770 basically. This is, you know, I've never actually played the Ottomans in this game. And this is kind of a new sensation for me. Since we have basically become the kebab we swore to destroy. Now, I know, Paradox says that that's a mean word and you shouldn't say it. Okay, well, fair enough. Maybe we should all strive to be a little bit less racist. But given the number of starts that I've had in this game where my life has been ruined by the Ottomans, I can't help but, you know, jokingly call them kebab. See, that's the problem, I guess, is like, for me, it's a joke to me. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's funny you call them kebab. Like, for example, you could call Poland pierogi. You could call France baguette. Like, it happens. It's not like it's, I don't know why, you know, kebab has to be, like, offensive as well. It's probably kebab, by the way, but I like saying, you know, like almost like it's Russian, or at least Slavic, you know. It is kebab. You know, glorious kebab. You put steak through food and eat. It's very good. I don't know, I'm being kind of silly and racist right now. Like, how many nationalities can I offend in the same episode? Like, that's kind of like it's like, you know, squad goals, that kind of thing. Alright, Venice is getting thrashed. Goodness me. Venice itself has 39 development because the AI actually develops its provinces now. Oh, goodness. We do have to worry about some Italian separatists here. Including 26k Papal separatists. I love this like a thing is like, we want to be a part of the Papal State again. That's a nation, not a religious group, okay? Don't judge us. Wow, we won a 14% and a 7% siege. Well, there you go. It's Roman siegecraft for you. And now the Venetian navy is going to be completely obliterated. Rip and rip. Game, set, match, eh, Venice? Get a month of recovery. Go meet them in the sea as they get Oh, looks like the Venetians have peaced out. Unsurprisingly. Which leaves the Swiss, Britain, and Provence. And honestly, I think that we've got this. Don't think there's going to be any problems with this whatsoever. Now, the nice thing about losing men horribly in battle is that we're going to keep a really healthy amount of army tradition. You know, people were asking me, hey, how do you get your army tradition so high? Like, you just... Well, first of all, we had a lot of bullshit events from being Byzantium. I mean, honestly, getting 25 army tradition is absolutely insane. But apart from that, it's just getting all these nice, you know, battles and losing a lot... Basically, losing a lot of troops, dying horribly, is lending itself to our aid and our ultimate triumph, as it were. We could build some new regiments. It looks like this army's a little bit unbalanced. It could use a couple more cavalry. Although, really, we're not even... it's next tech that... No, it's Tech 18 where you actually need 6 cav. So, honestly, we don't even need that much more cavalry, for being 100% honest. A lot of people like to cite this game as being, like, super overly complicated, and, you know, it's like, oh, I can't even fathom Europa Universalis. It's the most complicated game that ever existed. It's impossible to play, and, like, it's not really that complicated. There are a lot of moving parts, but for the most part, like, the game just kind of plays itself. Kind of preaching to the choir, of course, because I'm sure there are some people watching this that are like, I completed the Restore the Roman Empire campaign by like the point that you're at in the campaign. Your campaign's going badly. It's like I've actually not exactly that, but that like came up in like a 20 episodes ago or something like that. Like somebody put something like that in the comments, and I was like, wow, okay. I wish that I was cool. Right, let's build some more artillery for our armies. Our statesman Mustafa Lala. La 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 la, I can't hear you. That's people got annoyed with him when they killed him. That's why he's no longer a part of our court, as it were. We're gonna get some trade efficiency from this new trader advisor though, so I'm pretty excited about that. For those wondering why we're getting Muslim advisors, basically when your empire is massive, you get people from all over to join your court. I would love to hire a level 3 again. That was really cool getting that event. Which, by the way, I never did address. You know, a lot of people were like, why did you choose 50 prestige over 1 stability? I don't understand. So, like, 50 prestige, right, is like 5% morale of armies, better trade, better just, like, everything. Right? Like, better, it's like 5% morale of armies, 5% morale of navies, 15% mercenary costs, probably more than that, more yearly legitimacy, better improved relations, lower aggressive expansion impact, like all these things, and yet people were still like, I can't believe you would ever choose prestige over that. And I'm like, it's wasn't that hard of a choice. Like, I think 50 prestige in most situations is more worthwhile than one stability. Because the problem with prestige is there's no other way to raise prestige apart from national ideas and, like, events and fighting battles. Like, you can raise stability anytime that you need to, as long as you've got the points. Let's get the troops into this province. Can we actually support it? Looks like we can once the Hungarians leave. Maybe not, though. Eesh. This general only has 3 maneuver. Problems of having a big army. Guess we'll go park somewhere else. We're heading back to Constantinople, boys. Oh. Very peaceful music despite the French, you know, obliterating everything, basically. We are actually losing money right now, which is interesting. Alright, Romagna has converted to Reformed. Great, that's just the news I wanted to hear. And I think it might be because of this fort. I don't know, I like that fort's position. I think I'm going to leave it there, but as for the rest of our forts, I don't know. This is getting a little silly. What we could do is delete this one here in Sinope. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Don't really see the need for it. Trebizond, I guess we could leave that one there. I like having forts, but I don't need 9 forts is the thing. Like, if anything, we probably want to delete this one here in Moria and then build a new one somewhere else. But we're going to go ahead and mothball all of our forts just to save as much money as we can, since we are actually seeming to lose money now on a monthly basis. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess it's just all the artillery we built, all the new stuff, is causing some problems. At any rate, though, that's going to be it for this episode. We didn't really do all that much apart from... Well, we did finish our war with the Papal State. We are very close to Rome, and in a later war, we can definitely go and take that back. As our manpower increases, we will look to expand eastward, of course, trying to take back Alexander's triumph, as it were, and perhaps expand later into Persia, and perhaps we'll even reach India by the end of this campaign. But at any rate, I hope you're having fun. I hope you're enjoying it, and that's going to be it for this episode. So thank you for joining me, my fellow Romans, and I'll see you on the next one.